be live on the stage. Khalil Casey Jones in the house.
I'm confident I can whoop all of them. This ain't nothing new. My image has been confident.
Gotta have that mushroom coffee, man. Just get something about that warm drink, especially when you're working. Had to break away from that caffeine. Bad for the heart. So, welcome back to the channel. It's your man, Khalil Casey Jones. Yeah, man. So I thought I'd pop on here, man. I've been a little quiet as of late. A lot of things been happening in my life. As you know, man, I'm the guy that's behind the brutal knockouts, the brutal KOs, the shorts. I also got Detroit Lions Road to the Super Bowl going. As far as my boxing and MMA update. So we're going to cover a little bit in all of that, man. But I do have to tell a little story, man. So I have to tie this whole thing together because I've been talking about this for how long? 5 years, 4 years? So now here we are sitting in the heart of L&L Studio. It's about 80% complete. As you can see, I still got some panels back on the wall that need to go up. I've got some more panels over on this side, down toward the bottom there, right? But what I had to do technically, man, for L&L Media was I had to separate what I'm doing now, talking on the mic, podcast. I had to separate that from my music production because, as you know, videos take up a lot of space on your hard drive. And so does making songs, man. So if you're trying to do all that on one system, you're going to be running into some issues. So I had to separate the systems. So behind me is what you see. You're going to see, that's where my chair will be. I've got the Rodecaster podcaster right there. This whole hookup that I'm on right now is gonna go over there. And I ordered a new PC for the music production, which allows for a lot of memory to make, a lot of songs without a problem. So that was the main thing for L&L Studios that I had to accomplish. I've been doing that. So I just need for the parts to come in. So that's why these are some of the reasons why I've been kind of quiet, especially with the combat in boxing. Now in boxing, it's been kind of quiet. We did have some boxing last weekend. I've been so busy, I can't remember who fought, but I do got some combat updates for you. We'll cover on this show right here and get us all caught up. Because if I don't come on every day or every week, if I take more than a week off, I do have to come on and catch up, man, right? So as I start to grow as a channel, people start to keep up with me and go, let me see what KC talking about, so then they can get caught up and we can all get caught up together. You guys are probably, I have a whole house I have to maintain. I have a whole house that I have to buy furniture for. I have a whole house I have to decorate. And so I'm not married or with kids, man. So, I'm a single man. And previously, presently not in a relationship. So I have to do everything. I have to cook. I have to clean. I thought I was going to come on earlier and do this show. Oh, I woke up, man, with this podcast mood and looked out the window, man, and I got a foot of snow on the ground, right? I got people coming to deliver stuff. The mailman, if you don't shovel here, the mailman won't deliver your mail. I got the whole driveway. My snowblower's down because the belt broke. It's coming today. But, I've got blowing snow, man, with inches like piling up, right? So I had to go out there and do that before I can even do this. But we're here now, right? So so that's the most of it. Really what I had to say was give you the update on L&L Media, but let's really talk about it now. Here we go. All right, here we go. I've been warning y'all about this. I've been leading up to it. I've been quiet about it as of late because I had my sports thing going that started working. But how did I start this off? I started this off with a real love for conspiracies, right? So I was putting this stuff out on Facebook. Facebook put me in the bubble, man. We ain't trying to hear that. So I'm still in the bubble on Facebook. I can get 2,000 views on a video and not one comment or one like. So you know something behind that, right? But I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm monetized now. The pennies are starting to roll in per video. So finally, heads up to that. But I came in here with conspiracies and stuff. So then I started, the L&L concept came to my head, learn and live. I started working and developing that. I stuck with it. Now here we are. We got content on both channels, like both continents, there's content. Over on YouTube, I've got 2 channels on YouTube. My music is uploaded over to YouTube. And I've got the sports show over on YouTube as well. But I started out right here. I'm not saying I'm on Facebook. This is for YouTube mainly, but I started out on Facebook. So this thing has grown. 5 years in, I finally found my niche, which seems to be the combat, because that's something I really love. I have been viewing combat sports, man, regularly. Whew. Let me give an honest appraisal for how many weekends I've been watching the matches. This was before Battle Creek, just before Battle Creek, yeah, when I was in Grand Rapids. Man, I think I've been consistently watching matches the last 10 years. Now, I've been a combat fan all along, but I kind of was busy in my life and got away from who's who and all that. But now I'm up on who's who and what's what in boxing and MMA, right? So, yeah, that long. So we're trying to monetize that. I have a nick for the winners. Don't even ask me why, man. When I first picked my list of winners, man, they all champions right now. And I can just tell y'all to start that David Benavidez and Gervonta Davis was high up on my list. And there's some more. But anyway, man. So the whole story was I was trying to do all this in a little bitty studio farmhouse over the glass shop in Hancock. And I got evicted just out of nowhere. Me and her was beefing on the phone or something, and she pulled the card on me, and I was out. But lo and behold, man, I was operating out of the law of manifestation, and not from lack, from prosperity, but the house manifested. But I didn't have a thing to go with the house. So my whole thing about the house was, my first house has to be my investment property. I'm going to treat it as an investment property. And I'm going to put some money into it, and then I'm going to be out of here because I'm not real keen on the neighborhood. Calumet is a strange little city. Look it up. Look it up on the map. Check it out. The people, the genetics here, it's real funny, man. People grow short, like no taller than 5'5", man. But anyway, and so I said that I was going to put a deck on the back. I was going to put some farm doors up to separate the office from the kitchen, from the master bedroom, from the living room. Got 2 entrances to this little that I've turned into an office. Everything now is coming together. Like the finances are there to take care of those things, right? So I can put this house where I need it to be when I get ready to sell it in 2 years. Now, I've got 2 years to write my books, produce my music, fine-tune my podcast skills, and operate out of this studio right here. This is where I work. I'm at work right now. So I'm 7 years old. So, this is not a hobby. Some people can call it that, but my knowledge about combat sports goes a little bit deeper than viewing because I boxed in the Navy. I took up karate and martial arts as a kid in Cabrini Green with Mr. Bennett. So, you know, I've been involved in martial arts and combat all my life. But now we're going to another level, right? So the betting fund is there now. I can make my bets. So that's what we're gonna be doing here on Learn and Live. We're gonna be putting our picks up. We're gonna be putting our betting app up, whoever I sign up to, and we're gonna be paying attention to these results. We'll keep up with the gambling fund that I'm establishing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this is about, right? So anyway, man, please subscribe to the channel, like the channel. I haven't given you guys a whole lot of reasons to be following me and all that, but the discussion about combat ain't going away for a while, and the future looks bright in boxing. Don't even mention MMA. Have a sip. Yep, 2 cigars. Here's to you, Showbiz. So I was giving y'all the history about how this whole thing jumped off, but it's got a lot to do with the law of manifestation, the law of attraction. It's got a lot to do with that because I've been coming online, I've been talking about my belief in manifestation and the law of attraction and all the principles of the universe. And I've been practicing them openly online. And I told y'all, just like in the video with David Benavidez, where he wrote down when he was gonna stop the fight and become the world champion.
In 5 rounds or less, I will come out victorious. This will be my best performance on my career up to date, and I will reach legendary status, solidify myself as the best in the world. Amazing. Affirmations, and you know what people don't know is you really speak your destiny, speak your destiny. You know, make it into your reality. You know, I wrote that down today, and then I stopped him in the basically 5th round because he didn't come on the 6th round. So I think that was really cool.
And it manifested how I related to that. I did the same thing years ago. I wrote something down, and over the years, I've been feeding into that thought process, to that spirit that, you know, I had to use some magic, believe it or not, that I learned from my mother onto the situation involving salt water, writing something down, freezing, purified salt water, sanctified. You got to learn how to do that first. But anyway, and I told y'all, you know, I've been working on this thing and it's got to manifest because I will it to. And it manifested. I'm ready to rock and roll and live all my dreams. My dream is to sell this house in 2 more years. I've been here 1 year. 2 more years after I slap the deck up, which is going to happen as soon as the spring pop. Everything else, I done ordered the doors for the office there. I'm going to slap them farm doors up. Man, it's going to be on and popping, right? So I got another channel on Facebook. I got more than one. I got 2. It's called Home Improvement Channel. And on there, I do all my updates on the home and everything. All that's going to be posted. The furniture's on the way, washers and dryers, all that stuff. Because if you watch my videos, you see I'm in an empty house except for the bedroom. I've been living in the bedroom for a year. I bought some bar stools so me and Gigi could chill at the bar. So, and talk and eat and have dinner and stuff like that. But anyway, man, I can talk about tonight's card, which is Pantoja. He's got a guy he's fighting whose name I can't pronounce. So let's look at that card, man. That's one thing that I can do while I'm here. I'm giving you guys an update kind of on my life and on this whole social media podcast, you know, this whole situation, this Learn and Live media thing. And I've talked about what Learn and Live media does. So that's why I'm upgrading my musical system. Matter of fact, I might as well show y'all right here. Inside of this little box is some of the hottest music you guys are gonna ever hear to come out of me. This is $500 worth of software right here that I'm getting ready to upload to this thing right here. And this is where the music's gonna take place. I'm gonna do my podcast over there. Y'all see Ali, I got the White Sox over there. My Learn and Live sign is on the way. It's gonna be back up there on the wall also, you guys. Yeah, man. I told y'all I'm not going nowhere. I'm here now. We're gonna have these discussions. I done fell off right now, man, because I had to plan all this stuff. I had to pick everything out, the colors, the styles, everything on my own. I'm doing everything. I got a snow blower now. I'm blowing snow like so. That's my excuse because I'm not giving y'all just daily, and I can't afford to give y'all daily because the narratives are so false that I don't have to come here and talk about combat daily. All I need to do is talk about the upcoming events. So let's do that right now. I think I had it pulled up earlier. Let me see if it's in my history. I don't see it anywhere. Nope. So we can pull it up. Tonight's UFC fight card. All right, guys. Where my pickers at? My pickers out there? Let's view the card, man. I seen this card. This card is crazy. Man, the UFC be putting on events, my people. Oh my goodness. I personally hope that Dana White gets into boxing and starts doing his thing because that guy is a hell of a matchmaker. So let's look at this card. Now we got Pantoja going up against Asakura. Asakura's pretty hot and upcoming. Obviously, he got a shot at the championship because Pantoja is the champion. So Alex going against Kai. I got Pantoja in that, but you never know about these upsets. But Pantoja has proved formidable. In the next fight, I think this is the co-main event. We have Shamrat Rakhimov versus Ian Machado Gary. Ian Gary likes to run his mouth. Shavkat, he likes to prove what he can do in the ring. That's gonna be a banger. I've got Rakhimov in that fight. I don't like Ian Gary's mouth. He got to prove to me that he is good as what he's saying he is. Tonight is that chance. If he beats this guy tonight, I'll kind of start checking him out because I was surprised that he beat MVP. Wasn't you surprised that he beat MVP? And MVP was showing this guy too much respect, I think. He ran in that fight too. So then we got Bryce Mitchell going against Kron Gracie. I've seen Kron Gracie fight a few times. Boring. I got Bryce in that fight. So we got Nate Landwehr versus Dojo Choi. Not familiar with those guys. That's the main card. Now, the prelims starts off with Dominic Reyes versus Anthony Smith. It would be unfair for me to say that both of these guys are washed up, so I should pick one. Dominic Reyes, man, can bang, man. He just was on the losing end of some unfortunate stoppages, man. Anthony Smith, man, I got to give, he does have a heart of a lion. That's the proper nickname for him because he just won't go away. And I think what's really impressive about Anthony is that he's patterning himself after Brazilian fighters who are very resilient and fight in competition well into their years. Anthony is doing that. You know, he's surprising me with his resiliency, that his ability to still get in there and compete. But a shot for either of these guys in this division is not happening. I'll take Reyes in that fight. Then we got Vincent Luque against Themba Garimbo. Oh, man. Woo. Man, I don't even know who to like in that fight. Themba's been on a roll, man. I'm just going to keep my eyes open. Now, remember, last week on my last video, I started the fighters to watch. Matter of fact, I got it right here. I started 2 weeks ago. And the fighters to watch so far is that guy, Ming Yang. Zhang Ming Yang. Man, this guy's got 18 first-round finishes. They call his nickname is the Mountain Tiger. And then Carlos Oberg fought last weekend. That's the guy that I picked to give Alex Pereira his biggest challenge. And he fought, man, and he beat Blackjack. He beat not Volkov. He beat I can't remember. But anyway, let's just keep going with this card. Where'd you go? Oh man, come on, man. You can't do that. We got Aljamain Sterling making his return since his loss to Sugar Sean O'Malley, and he's fighting Movsar Evloev. I don't know about Movsar, and Aljamain has never been on my radar like that, but he is now since his loss. I'm looking for Aljamain to make his return. He was a hell of a fighter and a wrestler. I'm picking him. You got Randy Brown versus Brian Battle. I'm rocking with Brian Battle. I have since the Contender. He's working real hard to be a great fighter, and it shows up in his fights. But he's fighting a hell of a dude in Randy Brown. Ooh wee, man! Listen, man, this fight card this weekend is going to be tremendous. And that was just the prelims. We're not even done. They got an early prelim start. I better check the time. They might be on right now. I've missed a few UFCs, man, not really paying attention to what, because they'll sometimes start at 10 o'clock in the morning. They'll do a 1 o'clock start, a 12 o'clock start. And if you're thinking that they're going to start at 4 and 5 like they normally do, you'll miss the whole bout. So we're not going to go into the early preliminary card, except for the fact to mention that Chris Weidman opens up the early preliminary card. I don't know what happened in his last fight that he ended up on this card. I thought he just fought. But I think something might have happened in that fight. So the UFC announcer, Michael Chiesa, is fighting on the early preliminary card. Clay Guida, one of the UFC's wily veterans, is on the early preliminary card. And Kennedy Nzechukwu against Lukas Brzezinski. Man, this card is just, there's going to be some great fights on there. I got my hands full today. I might as well go in there and start my steak for my steak carne asado tacos, burritos, I might as well get started. Oh yeah, I'm eating me some meat today. I'm eating me some steak. One thing I love, man, is steak burritos. They used to make them out of Chicago. Man, them things be this long, full of steak, about that and round, guacamole, sour cream, cilantro. Only Chicago make them like that. I make them just like that at home. So let's check boxing while we here at least. Maybe I can see something. Boxing tonight on television. Let's see who we got, guys. I don't know who I missed last night. Edwards in your 5. 21-0 versus 8-0. So your 5 must be pretty good. He's going up against Edwards. What else you got going? I don't know why I'm not familiar with those fights, those fighters. But there is boxing going on tonight. So I'll try to watch and see if I can find somebody who's an up-and-comer that we can add to the list. Because that's what I'm doing now when I'm watching these undercards. I'm looking for the up-and-coming champions. I don't have time to focus on all the fights, but I do have time to recognize the talent coming up in these early preliminary fights on boxing and MMA. So I've already started my list. I've already told y'all Carlos Ulberg and Zhang Ming Yang. He knocked dude out so fast. Mountain Tiger knocked dude out. And Carlos Ulberg, he really beat a veteran. Ozdemir, that's who he beat. Ozdemir is a veteran, man. He whooped Ozdemir. So I think he's headed for a bout with Alex Pereira. I can't wait to see it. They both got those big, long arms. And Carlos likes to really mix it up when he gets close. He likes to throw them things. So that's all I got really on this whole thing, man. Listen, man, anybody that's struggling with their belief system, or if you're calling on the wrong name, I don't care if it's Buddha, Jesus, I don't care who it is, just understand that all of the prophets told you that the power is within you. You just have to tap into it. And some of the things that I'm accomplishing around here lately seems very peculiar and surprising to me. I'm like, wow, I did that. I'm doing this. I'll give y'all a small, for instance. As these blessings continue because of the work that I did and the magic that I was embraced and the beliefs, I didn't even have to refinance my house, but my house payment went from $1,400 to $1,100. I was paying $900 at my last apartment. That means I'm only paying $200 more for this whole house and a 2.5 garage. I mean, at these blessings, man. So that's what motivated me to come on cam, because everything in and around my cipher, it's all legit, and it's all good, and it's all real. The belief system is strong, and so I'm believing in myself that I have the power to tap in, close my eyes, meditate, and envision. Vision with my eyes closed, vision with my eyes open, write things down, and freeze them in time in holy environment, and sit back and watch them manifest. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna sit back here, talk to y'all a little bit, and watch all this stuff manifest. Watch my dreams all come true right before you guys' very eyes. I'm gonna bring y'all along too when I sell this house. So the whole goal was to make $50,000 on the resale of the house. I put a couple thousand in to get everything to where I wanted to be, but when I sell it, I'm making $50,000 to $70,000 more than I bought it for. That's the deal. So simple plan: hang out with L&L Media, sports, combat, boxing. We've got the road to the Super Bowl with the Detroit Lions predicted to go to the Super Bowl this year. Jump on that bandwagon. The videos are posted here. All the way since week 3, I think we started with, who was week 3? That's where I started, because I was busy doing the studio thing. I set the studio up and recreated the studio and everything. So I missed week 1 and 2. I started on week 3. But now we got Green Bay coming up. I think that's on Sunday. And we're looking for a better challenge, because we kind of ran over them the last time, but maybe they know what to expect and they got something for us, all right? So Khalil Casey Jones, that's all I got for L&L Sports. We're gonna go ahead and sign out with this update. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, help us out. I'm the new kid on the block, but I ain't going nowhere. Peace out, that's all I got.